to rob, to kill. Nobody actually looks at the ramifications, the mourning of the families who lost a loved one, the possibly perp that gets caught, who might get sentenced. Nobody gives a fuck about that because we're too busy popping bottles, right? To keep it real. We gotta keep it real, okay? Hip-hop is just too hypocritical. I can't fuck with it at times, all right? That's the reason why I can't even fit in. Because, let me tell you how this, right? Listen, I've always asked this question, is it better to have had it than lost it, or not have it at all? You gotta answer that question for yourself. Would you want to have it then lose it, or not even get it at all, right? Now, let me just say this. Now, Bobby Shmurda's going through the fight of his life, and if you don't know, him and a bunch of GS9 members, they're accused of a bunch of things, including murder and attempted murder, conspiracy of selling drugs, and all type of criminal acts. But we have seen that they have been broken up into small groups. They're being tried for different things, and some people are getting actually convicted. Now, we saw that there was a guy, and if you guys don't remember the line, I'm with Trigger, I'm with Rasha, I'm with A-Rod. Again, I ain't chilling with no nigga named Trigger. He don't sound like a nigga who love being free. But the guy named, not A-Rod, but the guy named Rasha, he got 98 years in prison. But today was a day of reckoning for the guy named A-Rod. Now, here's the thing, and I gotta start it off like this because I want to phrase it and frame it for all of y'all who look at this entire hip-hop shit but don't actually get that this is entertainment when you listen to it, and when you actually live in real life, it's different. Now, A-Rod said today in his court sentencing, he talked to the judge, and he was reading a statement, he was mumbling, but he said to the judge, I'm gonna read it verbatim, he says, please, allow me the opportunity to become a productive citizen and raise my daughter to also become one. Now, that was his plea to the judge to say, hey, yes, I am convicted of murdering somebody else, him and another guy, which is, of course, Rasha. But please don't sentence me that I don't have a chance to come back out after I have rehabilitated myself. Please. He was pleading. All that other shit doesn't matter. He was pleading. Now, what ended up happening is the judge had no fucking mercy because at the end of the day, the judge don't give a fuck, right? He's heard the same story a million times, and you know what he did? Bobby Shmurda's associate, A-Rod, he got 53 years in prison. I can't even think about 53 days, not 53 months. 53 years seems like an eternity. If you don't know, A-Rod is 22 now. 53 years from now, he will be 75. I just want to put that out there. Now, this is what the judge said because the judge was so cold-blooded, and not even cold-blooded, but again, we got to keep in mind, I know we all think like these guys are innocent. I'm hoping they're innocent because I don't know if they did it or not, but these guys are accused of murder. It's not like they're not accused of like jaywalking. This is murder. Right? But the judge told him that, yo, you gave up the opportunity to get a good shot at life once you murked the nigga. Now, he also said, listen, basically your desire for a do-over at life is really like, we're not even going to take that into consideration because we're not going to risk the safety of the public. Okay? Now, he's convicted of murder, attempted murder, and other charges. And basically, this is what the judge finally summed it up by saying, the residents of East Flatbush, New York should feel safer because the defendant will no longer be able to terrorize these streets. And again, I feel so bad for not only the family of the victim who supposedly died at the hands of other people, because of course they were probably not involved. They just probably lost a son, a brother, a sister, well, not a sister, but of course like maybe a boyfriend or something like that. And then I feel bad for, of course, his family. His family's losing him to the penal system. It's not cool at all. Now, how does this actually relate on Bobby Shmurda? Bobby Shmurda's actually sitting in jail, and that's why he's pushing back his case, because all of his niggas is getting dropped like flies. Obviously, the legal system is not playing games. They're not trying to give no 25 years. They're going for the jugular. They're trying to give niggas football numbers. Now, Bobby Shmurda is facing 25. And my thing is this. He still has an 8-year plea sitting on the table until he starts trial. And that's why he's pushing back his trial. He could go to trial in actually September, but by then it's almost 2 years. Maybe he actually just takes the plea like, yo, fuck this shit. I don't want no like 25 years in prison. Give my ass about like 4 or 5 and I don't know, hopefully on good behavior I get out in 3. I'm straight. Let me get out of here. Because these prosecutors are not playing around. It's not playing around. It's all cool when we dance around to it. Caught a body about a week ago. It's all cool when we glamorize a bunch of rap lyrics about murdering people. It's all cool when we glamorize and we actually act like it's cool when Chief keeps rapping about killing everybody in Chicago. But it's not cool when somebody gets charged for murder and they get sentenced. Trust me, okay? Because I'm guaranteeing, I look at the pictures. I've seen tons of pictures and also videos from people coming in and out of the court that particular day in Bobby Shmurda's trial. Nobody's smiling. Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. Again, this is a harsh reminder, and if you guys wonder why I do these stories or why do we still care about Bobby Shmurda, because we got to show both sides. Or the story doesn't end once he's like done shmoney dancing. The story continues because there's a bunch of people who are influenced to be like him, and they eventually will do things that he possibly promoted. So I got to show the ramifications. So very unfortunate situation for not only the family of the person who died, but also the family of the person who's going to jail. 53 years. Ain't no vacation, at least for me. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. Also, follow my Twitch account. You got to. It's in the comment section. I have said this a bunch of times. Twitch.tv/academics. Thank y'all. I'm out. Well, Jackie Dumpson, check it out. Now, this guy, he's one of my favorite rappers, okay? And when I mean my favorite rappers, not in the literal sense of rapping, but he's an entertainer to me, okay? Now, Soulja Boy, a.k.a. Shang Tsung, he's back at it again. Now, this time he's not snatching another rapper's flow, style, image, swag, or even soul. This time, he's snatching the fucking cash. Now, here's the thing, right? By the way, everybody's heard this rumor. Soulja Boy has signed a $400 million deal. And I mean, listen, to each his own. If you want to believe it, don't. If you do, okay. We got some more information about it right now. But if you do believe it, trust me, I got a block in Chirac with your name on it where no murders happen. You could buy that too. But anyways, right? Basically, a company is coming out to say, yo, Soulja Boy was actually telling the truth. That $400 million deal, he signed it with us. Okay, the name of the company is World Poker Fund Holdings. Have you heard of it? I haven't neither, okay? But I'm definitely not doubting that they have a ton of money, okay? They probably do. I'm not into poker. They probably do, okay? So this is what they're saying they did. They said that, yes, the deal is on with them and Soulja Boy. It's a 5-year, $400 million deal. Now, let's break that down. If he's getting $400 million for 5 years from this company, it means he signed a $80 million a year deal. Now, for what? Because God knows it's not for the raps, all right? Listen, I like Soulja Boy. I believe he could drop hits at times, but let's just be frank. I mean, he's not Drake, okay? Let's be honest, okay? And that's to keep it very nice. Now, this is the sentence they tried to explain why they struck up a deal with Soulja Boy. And by the way, they sent out a full-on press release. I got it. It says the decision for Soulja Boy to engage with WPFH, and that's World Poker Fund Holdings, comes on the heels of recent success of Nas, Sean Diddy Combs, and 50 Cent's investment and ambassador brand deals with technology and consumer products like Ciroc and vitamin water. However, unlike Nas and Diddy and 50 Cent, Soulja Boy is arguably the world's youngest music mogul, you hear this? To complete a deal of this magnitude, okay? At 25, he's one of the most influential urban entertainers and artists on social media. Today, boasting a social media following of 50 million, Soulja Boy will mobilize his network to promote some gaming assets, this, that, and third. And let me just say this, okay? This is where we gotta really start separating facts from fiction, and I'm not denying that he's not included in this $400 million deal, but let's be clear. When we heard that 50 Cent supposedly signed a $80 million deal with Frigo, it was really an ambassador deal, right? And that ambassador deal had other stuff with it, but it didn't mean that 50 Cent was getting $80 million. It was a very complicated deal that 50 Cent was involved in, and he made it seem to fans that he got $80 million. But for every expert within the financial space, they said 50 Cent ain't getting no $80 million from no underwear company. Come on, Frigo. Come on now. Are you rocking Frigo briefs? Come on, man. You know he ain't getting no $80 million, right? Now, the same thing with this. I ain't even gonna say Soulja Boy is not involved in the deal. And this is the thing. It may be worth $400 million. Is Soulja Boy getting $80 million each year to fucking tweet and promote them online? Do you believe that? I'm just asking the questions, okay? Again, congratulations to him regardless if it's $400 million or it's $4 million. He's still getting money, right? This is the aim of the game, right? So congratulations to him. However, the number $400 million, $80 million a year to what? Send out some tweets, make some Instagram videos? It doesn't make sense. So I would probably say I'm not doubting the deal. That the deal's worth $400 million, but unless I see a real endorsement.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we wanted to know why our students chose us.
It's an accredited university with a campus.
It's a nonprofit, it's affordable.
And they want me to come here because they want to better me.
Find your program today at snhu.edu.
How's it going, boys? Johnny Superb Man here, and we're back, and it's time to build our team for Hockey Ultimate Team. Last video, we had the Give Johnny Cards Day, where we got a bunch of different cards, and I was asking you guys in the comments section, how do you want me to arrange this team? And we had a lot of different comments. Some people saying to build a World Juniors for Team Canada with McDavid, Lazar, and Patan. Some people saying to build a Toronto Maple Leafs lineup with all the new Leaf Team of the Week cards that I got with the Team of the Week Phaneuf, Team of the Week Bozak, all that good stuff. Some people even want to see a tough guy line, right? So I got a lot to think about here. There's no way I'm going to be able to satisfy everyone's recommendations, right? But what we can do is we can take it game by game with the lineup, and I want some advanced analytics so we can break this team apart, and anybody who's not performing, we can switch them out, all right? It's going to be an interactive game by game where we change lines and stuff. But this video, we're going to build our team. But before we get to that, I was reading your comments, and I took one piece of advice from it. I went out and I bought the Player of the Game Max Domi card. That's right. You guys, again, going back to the World Junior Canadian team. McDavid, Domi, and Curtis Lazar, or Patan in there. We can definitely arrange something special, all right? So that's one thing that I did do. You can see in the top right, I only have 314 coins remaining. So there's no way I can buy any more players until I play a few games, right? So let's build this team from the back out. We'll take it step by step. First up, the goaltenders, all right? So my backup goalie. Who's going to be the backup goalie for this team? It's gonna be, I had the 94 overall Jonathan Bernier, but we're gonna use the Team of the Week Jonathan Bernier, 88 overall, so he comes back down to earth a little bit. He's gonna be our backup, and you know why he's the backup, boys. I had to take it. I have hope in Hope. Going to the General Manager series with the Arizona Coyotes. Brendan Hope, baby. 98 overall. So I'm definitely going to use this guy. He's going to be like one of the few players that I get to actually put training cards into. The goaltender, all right? So 98 overall, Brendan Hope. And an 88 overall Team of the Week, Jonathan Bernier. So there's our goaltenders. Defense, we'll build it from defense out here. Yeah, sure. You know, actually, no, we'll go offense first. Yeah, we'll go offense. So we'll start with line 4. I have this all prepared. Line 4, our fourth line center. He's also going to be a penalty killer. I need him to be able to go out there and take some big face-offs the right time of the game. It's going to be Thomas Plekanec. That's right. Now, Montreal Canadian fans, don't you worry. I'm not relegating your Habs to the fourth line. It's just I need a good face-off man back there. All right? But I also wanted to have a little bit of a tough guy line. Now, I was reading your comments. You guys were saying that you wanted to see like George Parros back there or John Scott. I don't have enough money to buy those players. We can do that in the future. But for right now, the big red goof, Kyle Clifford. He's got an 89 checking and a 84 defense. So I'm going to use that card on the left. And on the right of Thomas Plekanec, we're going to go again with another big time forward. Use his body. DSP, Devontae Smith-Pelly, all right? I didn't want to stack up my lines with all skill. Like you guys were saying, you want a little bit of a tougher fourth line. So we got the face-off man, Kyle Clifford, and Devontae Smith-Pelly. We'll go to the third line now. My third line center. All right. Wanted to, again, spread it out.